All right, we're here with head coach Rechelle Turner after a fun win for the Racers today. We'll open it up for any questions at this time.
So how did you like that game?
I like it a lot better when we end up with more points on the scoreboard for sure. But, I mean, we threw everything that we had in our arsenal defensively at Maya McDermott. She's that good. She's that good. And the fact that more people, don't recognize how good she is unbelievable. And she's a great young lady. She would have every opportunity to talk smack the entire game because she scored on every one of us. But, that's just not who she is. She just keeps playing. And, we literally did everything we could, and she still had 35. And so, just wanted to, praise her because, I recognize greatness, and she's great. And Tanya is one of my really good friends in coaching, and I have so much respect for her, and she just does a great job with that program. And they're tough. I mean, I do not want to see them again, if at all possible, because they're just really extremely hard to guard, and it all starts with Maya.
Coach, did you ever think you guys were going to play this game after how this afternoon started with the power being out? What kind of changed in y'all's preparation?
Well, right when we were getting ready to call the Missouri Valley office to see what they wanted us to do, the lights came on. And Tanya and I were standing there together, and I said, it's up to you, because I feel like as the home team that we have to show grace and mercy to them. And they threw out 3:30, and she said, let me go ask my staff. And then she came back and she said 3:30. And I yelled down the hall, and I could hear our kids scream from down the hall. And I thought, we're going to be ready. We're going to be ready to fight. And so that was exciting. But it was a very, very long day, stressful to some extent to know what to do and when to get the kids ready and to rewarm them up and all those things. But our kids couldn't play any harder than they played with perfect effort for 40 minutes. And, they overcame a lot of adversity today.
You overcame Maya McDermott having almost the same kind of game she had here last year. Bad result then. Today, you got over the hump.
Yeah, we had kids make big plays. I mean, big plays. We went into Kate a lot, and she made some big shots. Ava, Hallie, Haven all made big shots when they went zone right there about at the 15-foot point. And then, for a sophomore guard to step up and take that three that Haven took and knock it down, she's got some swag about her, and she has a lot of belief in herself, and we have a lot of belief in her. That was huge. But the biggest play was the stop that we got on the next possession. The big rebound, and it allowed us to get fouled and get back to the free throw line was huge.
How did Caitlin hit that shot?
Which one?
The one that put you all three. It looked like
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But, she just finds a way. And she gets pushed, and she gets banged on, and she gets held the entire time, and she just keeps playing. But that's just a big-time shot from a big-time player.
I forgot my question that I was going to ask you. I'm not going to lie.
That's fine. I do want to make a statement, though, because I'm going to have to listen to Jeff Bidwell's podcast, Ride Home Podcast, for 28 more minutes about how we can't guard. Defense is terrible. We're the worst three-point percentage defensive team in the nation.
Second quarter.
Exactly. Tell him to watch the second quarter. And I am well aware that we're not very good at defense, but we can score. And we got to work on that. But, what a fun way to play. And yes, Jeff, I know we need to work on our defense.
Well, guess what? Y'all had a good start today. For one.
We did, and that was important to us. And we gave up 27 points the fourth quarter, and I spent the entire quarter break yelling about how bad our defense was. And I said, we're not going to win if we continue to give up 27 points a quarter. And I thought the effort defensively and just the effort in general turned the game in the second quarter. We held them to 16 points. We played hard. We got rebounds. They didn't get a lot of second chances. And then that effort withheld us through the second half. And, it may have only been 3 points, but 3 of the biggest points was we drew up a play that we thought would work for Briley coming out of halftime. And she nailed the 3. And that was huge. We need those role players. We need those kids to make those shots. And it was after she'd already missed 2 or 3. But I said, you're going to make this one, and you're going to get us going. And she stepped up. We ran the play well, and she knocked down that shot, and that was a huge 3 points.
Looking at the last 2 games in this building, could a basketball fan have asked for more? Denver here on Thursday, showing out. Caitlin going against her today. McDermott, Caitlin again.
I mean, this league is good. I mean, it is unbelievably good. Katie Denevere, Maya McDermott could start on any Power 5 team. I mean, they've already shown they beat Iowa State this year. They took out. I mean, they probably weren't recruited at that level because of their size. Well, the size of both of those kids' hearts are bigger than any size that you can give them. I mean, they're two elite guards in our league. And then Caitlin, she's elite. She's an elite player. And there's so many great players in this league, and there's so many good teams, and there's so many coaches. So for fans to be able to see the two games that they saw this week, they saw what Missouri Valley basketball is all about. I mean, this is hard. There's nothing about it that's easy. We're as good as we've ever been. We're scoring more points than we've ever scored, and we still have a hard time winning night in and night out. But that's the Missouri Valley Conference.
And it's been the fourth quarters of both of those games. It's been like a heavyweight boxing match both times. Yeah,
it's just you just can't relax. I mean, and especially with the way Drake and you and I and we play are so similar. Pace, 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 pace. Not a whole lot of defense. Pace, 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 pace. Want to get up as many shots as possible. So we don't have to press or anything against those two teams because the pace is going to be so high. I mean, how many women's mid-major teams? 96-91. I mean, that's a lot of points for two mid-major teams, but it just shows how many great players were on the floor tonight for both teams.
It seemed like the passes that you guys tend to go over the top of the defense, getting into Caitlin or Ava, were working a lot better than they had the past couple games. How did you guys kind of address that in practices over the past couple games?
Well, we just talked about, throw it if it's there. But it also depends on the coverage. And if you have shooters opposite Caitlin, a lot of times they won't help as much because the read is if Caitlin's being doubled, skip it. Mm-hmm. And so we had some kids that had made some shots over there. But our guards did a really, really good job of throwing passes. And they have a lot of faith and trust in Kate. Kate just goes up and gets it. The one play that we really didn't make a good pass, and she jumped up and she tipped it to Haven. Yeah. I mean, that is a fifth-year graduate senior play. Mm-hmm. She's just so smart. She's so intelligent, and I'm sure glad we have her.
I just noticed kind of the trend from the other night reversed. Y'all had 12 turnovers, they had 11, yet y'all were 15-6 favored in the points off turnovers. Yeah, I thought we really did a good job when the ball turned, getting it out and going. I thought we did a good job of putting pressure on the rim. Our young, small guards sometimes don't make some good decisions going in there against some of the bigger players. And sometimes I wish we'd pull up and shoot the jumper or maybe, roll it back out and try to get something. But it's because they're trying so hard to make a play. They're trying so hard to make a play to push the pace and to do the things that we ask them to do. And but when we can turn turnovers into points, that definitely helps. How big was this win for y'all?
That was huge, and especially with the standings the way they are. There's 5 or 6 teams that are trying to get the top 4. We don't have as much depth as we had with Destiny going out, so only having to play 3 games. And Evansville would be huge for us. But the last time I checked, Drake went to Belmont tonight and beat them. So we can only control what we can control, and that's the next game. We've got to go out and we've got to find a way to win it.